Good evening once again. We are back with another SpyParty Masters Championship 2023 round robin cast. I'll be your host and caster for today, Wrestler. And to break down Adafheyesh versus Koopa, I have brought together Yash. Good evening.
Ada has had a breakdown at least once while in my presence, so I am pre-qualified to talk about it. Yes, hello, we are gonna cast yet another one of the group matches this time around. I'm actually having a pleasure of casting Group A, which I don't think I have interacted with before.
I don't think you have, but as mentioned before, we have Adafheyesh versus Scoop, and both of these have a different situation in group. If I pull up the round robin standings in the right here, Miniorek is currently 2-0 and is almost secured himself a win, but it's not about him. Today, Adaphayesh is 1 win and 1 loss with a plus minus of 0. If he wins today versus Koopa, he's almost certainly going to make it out of groups. And if he ties, it all depends from Mini versus Lev and Lev versus Koopa. There's still a lot of situations if we have a tie. If Ada or Koopa will lose, they will have 2 losses and almost certainly will be out. It's just a matter of third or fourth. So both matches very important. Ada looking for a win to most very, very likely to get out of groups. And whilst Koopa needs a win to still fight for a chance to make it to the semifinals.
So you are saying there is a chance, huh? Alright, I do believe that Ada is our challenger participant in this group, but I'm surprised that he's not actually doing that badly. And 9-7 and 7-9, I knew that he is a capable player, having won SML in his division, but those are some pretty good results against a pretty good little set of players.
Yeah, and Adafri has just barely missed out from qualifying into the bracket directly. I think it was 20 MRPs short of Lev. They both have very similar seasons in that regard. Just Lev just a tad bit more, and so far definitely looking like the best player out of challengers coming out. Grashed, while he is doing relatively well, he's not. I'm looking at this past match. He's not looking like to compete for the top spot in the group. Whilst Adafheyesh is definitely looking at least to go for the second place with this match, and judging by the recent form, he's very much capable of doing so. Whilst I named it a bit different. See, I cannot even pronounce his name. Very good. So Adafheyesh, finally correctly written. So quick summary on Adafheyesh, at least from watching him. He has I want to say he's the most well-rounded. He's not Rav elite level of sniper, though he does have definitely an excellent sniper. It's quite fair to say it's not an elite level like Rav has been, and his spy is definitely a bit can be a bit of a faster pace, but it's not as expressive, I want to say, or maybe finds as good of a plays as Miniorek, who's in top of this group. What anything you have to say about Ada, Yash?
So what you're saying is that Ada is just not interesting.
No, I'm not gonna
Which is
say.
not bad.
I'm saying he's the jack of all trades, but maybe master of
Master
none.
of None, that might be a bit of an issue. Either way, I believe we do have a Kane gamer to describe here, as he's
Though,
fighting for his life.
yeah, though Kane gamer, though not with the Kane in his profile pictures. It's just been a bit of a false marketing there with false advertising grabber. Yeah. So Koopa taking the top seed with the first place in Winter Cup, which not a lot of people expected. And after taking the 4th place in Hidden Cup 3, has not appeared in basically any tournament, so I was worried that he's going to be becoming a little bit rusty in this tournament. And in the match versus Miniorek, I would say that his sniper was definitely more of the rustier side, but it was nice to see that his spy was still proactive and still able to get away things in front of Miniorek sniper, which is definitely not an easy thing to do.
From what I recall, Koopa also swept Ada in his Winter Cup run, so while it has been a very, very long time ago, it's been basically an update's worth of time between that and now. He is actually not too far away from being the favorite in here, right?
Oh, I'm not proclaiming to saying that either of those players are heavy favorites, though. But before that, I would like to get into the draft first to see where are we headed. So we will be seeing Koopa picks and bans first. So we have a standard bans of Veranda versus Adafheyesh. I think basically everyone is banning it again, since Adafheyesh is, I think, the best spy in Veranda and is a very competent sniper in there. Ada with his perma ban of Terrace and restricting Aquarium versus Koopa. Not a fan of Aquarium either, whilst Koopa restricting High Rise. And we have double, quite interesting, different set of doubles. We're doubling Modern on Koopa and Redwoods or Adafheyesh. So very different style of venues, even though they're both 4 of 8. And we're finishing with High Rise, Library, Balcony, and Courtyard.
Love me some balcony. Koopa, interestingly enough, being the one to pick it. I guess it does. It might signify some insecurity in here, but also Ada, judging by the band of Terrace, does not necessarily enjoy having to play on those smaller venues. So I'm actually pretty interested to see how this draft strategy might pay off for our first seed player.
Yeah, but before we get into the game finally, we have to do some predictions, Yash, and my name is first because I forgot to put yours first, so you'd have to predict first. I'll just say that whilst I was impressed equally by both of their spies, Adafheyesh currently I think has the better sniper overall. So I'm going to guess Adafheyesh with a score. I'll be non-controversial and say 9-7.
I mean, let's be honest, your name is only first because that way you don't have to edit the screen as much. Either way, I mean, I believe I've made my prediction clear. It's going to be Sauerkraut, easily without any issue. And
Sauerkraut?
Yeah.
Sauerkraut?
Yes.
I don't have the picture of that.
My condolences.
Right, I'll just put Koopa because that's the closest one. Alright. In any case, with the outstanding predictions from me and Yash out of the way, it's time to finally get into the game. We're going to be starting on Modern. This is Koopa's pick, and Adafheyesh is going to be spying first as Queen. Are you ready, Yash?
Let's fire it.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
A big little venue to start with. I think also easing us gentle into the game. It might be one of the less hard ones for the sniper at this high level, I believe. Not too much occlusion, just a lot of people moving around. The venue was nerfed already, went very, very quickly from being a 5 out of 8 and at a 4 out of 8. We have seen some nice games, but also it has been looking pretty hard for the spy side.
Yes, whilst we still just standing still currently accomplishing enough, I think we're waiting for seduction target to be somewhere closer before he runs away. Again, yeah, 4 out of 8, it's still hard to find those 4 missions, especially when quite a lot of mission sites are so far apart. If you're not one of the fastest characters, it takes a long time to get around as we get the green test for our first progress, 51% right before the ST moves.
That's a nice little timing. Doesn't look too suspicious for us to get that, and also 51%, just a nice little start. Unfortunately, we have spent a minute of our time getting that flirt, so if I were a caster who would whine about pacing, I would whine about pacing right about now. However, Ada is knowing it and recognizing it, so he will just swoop in for the second flirt immediately afterwards. Might be some red flags going on for some snipers. Koopa will not pay too much attention, however, the laser has been moved on us.
Yeah, mainly I think for a Bastard Guardian, especially if you're crediting one tag next to a person as a flirt, especially since we're done with flirt, it's gonna be so hard to say that okay, that character's done with flirt with Duke there. Especially we only see them talk once. That's just we're in the con with double agent, and not only for us, it wouldn't be a good time to do it. Both the SDAs are out, and a lot of people are out of conversations. I don't think this is gonna amount to anything. We're just idling here waiting for an opportunity to do something.
I mean, the mission is done, but that only means that 3 more are left. Bananbrad is still looking very, very suspicious on all accounts. Buster will keep on waiting for that one. But the issue is not necessarily raised with too much time to wait for. To see Duke leaving from bar, maybe there is something in here in trying to delegate for him. But, doesn't seem to go into the conversation, so we will be the ones going to bar ourselves.
Yeah, we pick up a delegate with a minute left. Even with the contact and delegate, still leaves us a fourth mission, and DA just bails to the bar, and that's gonna be a long queue. I don't think we're able to get contact. This is gonna be a wide contact. It's gonna knock out quite a lot of people. It's gonna put some suspicion at the back of the station, but we have so many lowlights coming off of that.
Don't mind the white banana bread as much, considering that it's pretty surely a certain known fake by Adafheyesh. So, not necessarily too much attention is put on us for having a real white banana bread. That said, with a gulp and a book taken out of bookcase here, that's going to be a bookcase cheese, and then I don't know, we will need to move fast.
Koopa is all over that cheese, takes the shot, and Koopa's up 1-0. Yeah, I think again we just didn't leave ourselves any time to do anything. Just we had to rush Purloin transfer, and once that contact failed on us, once the DA leaves, we just have no option on completing. So when we pick up this delegate, we want to do a contact, but unfortunately the DA leaves and into a bar when we just don't have the time to wait for him. We do a fake contact, but that just knocks out so many people, and with less people to watch overall, that transfer cheese is just way too easy to see. Clear line of sight. Koopa takes the shot.
Yes, indeed. However, it's not just the sniper side that you will have to win this game. You also need to hold your own on Spy, and Koopa is gonna big deal for game number 2.
The character with so many names in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Who would ever call Kill by any other name?
I don't know. Anyways.
As a way, as Mom settles in next to our seduction target, I actually quite like this double from Koopa. It is a very non-committal venue, and a venue where it's pretty sniper-sided, so you can not necessarily be certain that it's going to end up in a 2-2, but it's pretty close to it. So you don't necessarily worry too much about the spy side, and it's just 2 more games for Sniper to warm up. You have mentioned that Koopa's Sniper has seemed a little bit rusty, and this is a pretty nice little way to get into shape during the game itself.
As we move on to the second floor, another white for 59%. I'm missing one thing at least. Give me some pub. I would like to see some pub in this SMC. I don't think that venue has been picked or banned basically at all. I'm quite sad that the players have been ignoring it, but
Pub is an interesting one, but it's pretty controversial in terms of the setup, and it's as pub always is, let's be honest. And it's pretty volatile compared to modern, which is a lot more set in stone, so to speak. So there is always a potential for shenanigans happen on the spy side, and considering that I believe Koopa's picking it to be a nice little warm-up rather than an actual venue where you are trying to win the game in your favor, I don't think I want to pick pub as a warm-up venue because the potential for my opponent to do something stupid and win the game off of that is too great.
In the meantime, we rejected the drink and not done much else. Are we gonna try to grab this fingerprint briefcase again? Indeed, that's the second fingerprint. We are completing it, so it looks like we are trying to finish at least and give ourselves some options at the end there. But the highlight does come off from Adafheyesh, signaling that yes, I know about this. The fingerprint finish. That doesn't bode well for Koopa though.
I mean, he doesn't have to shoot. And he probably won't if we want to keep contemplating. And while fingerprints, it's probably the easiest force to accomplish without getting shot immediately. So while Koopa has been able to get the count down a little bit, he's by no means out of hot water here.
Oh, especially
is cancelled.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say that is quite painful. We're gonna have to chase the red dress here right in front of the conversation, and if we are seeing basically talking that against, oh, it's not even green. Oh, we're gonna have to do it one more time. It's so tragic for Koopa. Now we're really in a tight spot, and DA even leaves. I imagine we're gonna have to pick up a delegate. And I think Adafheyesh even correctly recognized that Seek is the real double agent highlight for him.
No, we don't pick up a delegate. We go banana bread now, and then we go flirt, and then we go and take
banana bread
delegate from someone else. Because that's just about the only way we can accomplish this intent for aiming for a pearl as our fourth.
We get a real contact. We do get a seduce, but I think we're being stared at like a hawk, and I don't, unless it's a bug that there's no way that Ada doesn't see this. I think we're just gonna try to go for it. Indeed, we tried to hide the arm. It is visible. The snapback is visible. And Ada holds his own in the sniper game, the first sniper game.
I do like the flirt in the end, the cute little stop talk immediately on entering the conversation. So not too shabby, but yeah, that bug unfortunately takes a little bit too long for what we were trying to do, hiding it behind us entering the conversation. And yep, first pair of sniper games. Will the second one follow?
I mean, we're here to find out. It's Adafheyesh on Alice in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
So, wrestler. I've talked about how I feel like people are thinking about modern on a general level, but maybe there is something more specific in how
what?
you believe those players would approach the game.
We're Lolits?
Yeah, we are a double agent, no?
No, we're not. It is
We are a double agent.
Koopa gonna recognize the mistake, though.
Look at this yellow arrow, though.
Okay.
It's right on top of us.
Okay. We did recognize it. So, I may have forgotten the question that you asked from me, Yash, whilst the Candanovium of a low light was happening.
So, how does modern feel in your general experience? Is it really just a sniper party all the time, or how much play is already for spy?
There's definitely some plays, but I think it kind of relies too much on the party being active, and providing cover, especially for either the transfer or a bug. Bug is super hard to get in this venue. The sniper can rotate the angle easily. It's super hard to get away with bugs. And once we pick up an inspect beforehand and a green filler for 51%. But as mentioned before, there are definitely some plays you can do on Modern to throw off the snipers' mission count, since most of the snipers will just wait until you complete 4 missions, since it's quite easy to track. But it's quite rare to find that opportunity, and you have to be very decisive. As we go for real banana bread, 1, 2, 3 lowlights, but that's about 4 lowlights, but that's about it. It's a really good contact otherwise.
Is there much in terms of frames that you can do on Modern? Because usually when your own gameplay requires a little bit of help from the party, you might need to bail some games off by, well, telling that the party is a spy.
It definitely, if you're able to track someone who, especially for example, has done statues or has prints done, and they happen to go to bar, you can definitely fake as you're being sent to. That's definitely an option, but it's not 100% bulletproof, and there is definitely some risk involved. But that said, it's definitely a possibility. Speaking of possibilities, minute 30 left. We have a book for a potential transfer. I imagine this is going to be going into blue or red. We held on to this book for far too long to put it back into
We can action transfer right here, which would be very funny. However, instead we are just gonna add a little bit of time and move on to get the book somewhere else.
Hey, I think correctly recognizing that okay. I was not expecting for a shot for a green time this fast, but Koopa, I think, just immediately recognizing that that timeout could not have been done by anyone else. Looking at the replay here, yeah, no one else is at windows. The only one is a Blink Twin here, or sorry, yeah, Plane Twin. And yeah, once we notice this timeout, we just know that no one else is around. We see the clock slowing down, and that's just a confident shot from Koopa.
I mean, when you shoot for timed, or even when you check timed, because really, who the hell would do that? Either nothing is happening at the party, or you've done your homework. Usually, really, it's both. But the party really has not been doing us much in terms of favors.
Yeah, looking at the timeout situation once we did it, Ambassador's in a perfectly safe spot. Everyone's basing conversations. No one's basically at the mission site at all, apart from White Dress here at the red bookshelf for potential transfer. But that's about it. And once you notice that, it's just quite an immediate and easy shot onto Adafheyesh, and Koopa going up 2-1. That said, well, we're gonna be closing out Modern here, playing as Red Dress, starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
A character by many names. We do have Red Dress joining. It's a back organization, not trying to get any cheese alerts, not trying to go for any chaos time shenanigans, but just fun of nice and gentle, presumably looking around to suss out anyone else who can help us. Dark Deeds.
33% on the flirt from far away. I don't want to say far away from the conversation, but across the conversation. So we're immediately going to statues.
Far away. He's basically across the entire venue.
Yet the flirt is so strong.
It's going to be a green, and the second one will be a white test. But you know what? We don't care about those too much. And it's not even a completed mission, so Ada will actually keep the light off for now.
Ada doesn't use a lot of lights. By that I mean highlights, as we have a second green test for 75%. But once you have a highlight, you're on the very top of the suspicion list. We're watching for the swap.
with
Yeah.
Koopa himself, who seems to happily highlight everyone for the first inspect. So two different sniper styles at play here. Ada trying to be a lot more grounded in his application of lights and keeping a bit more in his mental space, while Koopa choosing to be a little bit more honest with just the public.
And those the two different styles can result in two different results. Whilst it's sometimes disheartening when you get a highlight immediately for even a partial inspect. If the sniper has 7, 8, or 9 of those, it could be actually just seen as like a neutralize. Just like, oh, he has to track with so many people that there isn't that much attention paid per highlight. As if in Adafheyesh, if you're a highlight and you are one of two, you're being watched by far the most out of all the other party goers. That said,
Well, you are currently one of zero because no one has been highlight, meaning that in Ada's case, no one does seem to be particularly spy-like, and I don't think that Koopa is particularly appearing spy-like either, just sitting in the conversation talking for most of the time.
leave conversation, kind of break animation. We go to a second set of inspects. Yeah, and we pick a highlight for inspect completion. We are only one of 2 highlights. Rocker picked it up for, I think, potential transfer credits. We didn't remember where exactly she put the book down. As we're stepping into a contact with a double agent, Rocker joins as well.
Banana
It's a
bread.
pretty damn good contact considering the 2 top suspects are in on together. And we may even try to delegate Purloin here. It would pretend we're delegated to Purloin.
It's pretty nice for us. I'm not necessarily certain how sure Koopa is in Rocker being a highlight, but judging by this play, he might be pretty certain, and now the
Yeah,
list
this is a
gonna
direct
get taken.
Purloin. This is just direct Purloin. Let's see. If indeed Rocker takes the shot, Koopa correctly realizes the correct frame target, and Koopa leads his double 3-1 with you said you can do a frame on this venue, and Koopa definitely showing off that it is possible. Not only possible, but indeed feasible.
Michael Weston picking up a pretty great frame, like not just the Purloin, but
What
also the
is
Banana Bread immediately on entry by Rocker. This is so spy-like.
I want to see what's. I guess I want to see what Rocker did to get a highlight here. Did we get like a transfer early on? No, Rocker just no fingerprints. Yeah, no fingerprints. We're just sitting in conversation the same as Koopa. Yeah, we go to the. Maybe we get. There's a fingerprint here. I don't imagine there's fingerprints. So I think we must have phantomed Rocker at one of the bookcases. But unfortunately for Ada, that was the wrong shot. And we're going to the Ada's double of Redwoods, with Koopa being a pretty one.
It's one of hopefully not too many because it is a high level of play after all, but at least a few because I do not want to sleep through the rest of the games.
In any case, let's see if that happens. Adafheyesh on the spy side playing Rocker in 3, 2, 1, playing it. That's an interesting. Oh, what a chaos bug! Oh boy, that is incredible.
That's disgusting. Okay, so Ada wins game number 5. Noted.
Oh, it's not fair. Look at this. Oh, you're near ambassador barely. That's filthy. In a good way.
So remember how I was talking about different venues being more or less solid regarding shenanigans? I feel like this could have happened on pub, and I don't feel like this could have happened on Modar. So
Great.
Ada picking a venue that's rather notorious for the amount of occlusion that's present on the sniper field. Personal least favorite of mine.
Banana bread.
And Ada's putting Sarge in trouble, but Ada's putting pedal to the metal. Flirt down, contact down. Oh no, sorry, not flirt down. Flirt almost down, contact down, bug in pocket. I imagine we send this Purloin as well. Yes, we're sending Irish, the green dress driver, and that may or may not take off, but if it does, I cannot see Koopa shooting us for it.
Not sure how I feel about that actually. Because on one hand we are doing it very very fast, on the other hand, us being that fast might keep Koopa off that this is a rush. That might just result in Koopa taking a quick shot out of fear on anyone really, and it might be us throwing away a perfectly one game.
No changes in highlights thus far. Mission will pull down is up after that last flirt. They're not even on screen. This is not going to be a shot onto Adafheyesh, and Adafheyesh with a very impressive rush takes back one game on the spy side. Is only down 3-2. Let's take a look at that bug again, because that was also not only crazy good in terms of troll, but that was invisible from the sniper side.
It's Redwoods. Everything is invisible, especially that bug. Look at that. That's nasty.
Oh my god, look at this. We're just bug ambassador here. We're crossing the ambassador just barely at the time. If we did this bug at like 0.3 seconds earlier or 0.3 seconds later, we're not getting it off. We're starting a bug way outside. We're starting a bug around here where ambassador's not even nearby for the bug completion, but we cross circles just in the nick of time. And looking again from the sniper side, yeah, that's just invisible. There's no way to even credit that, I want to say. And yeah, Adafheyesh.
More, if I do that bug in real life, that bug does not take. That hand was nowhere near the ambassador, which makes it even harder to guard for Koopa. An atrocious, amazing little play by Adafheyesh. However, Koopa now has to strike back if he wants to keep the lead.
I mean, indeed, he has to strike on the spy side, playing as Orange Sorry in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
What's a slower guess at SpyParty?
Oh, we tried for a bug as well, but unfortunately, we're just too far away. I want to see if that was visible from the sniper side. Doesn't seem like it, actually. So I think we got away with that scot-free, but never be too sure against Adafheyesh.
I like how we went from milk toast modern with an occasional frame that is honestly one of the less...
Oh, we go for another bug, and this one takes a double walking bug. Oh. If one bug doesn't succeed, try again, and we'll go. Looking again for... Oh, man, that's so filthy again from the sniper side. Oh, boy.
Yeah, we definitely went from milk modern to the hot spicy 100 you will die if you eat it kimchi redwoods. Two very very nasty bugs, actually 3 very very nasty bugs in the first 2 games. We haven't even started off yet. That is going to be a double. Koopa is moving back to the bar trying to get that alert. Will he be able to get it? Nope.
Yeah, unfortunately, we were just cancelled. Not sorry, but Seduction Dog just moves away. Instead we just reject the drink.
And it was a green too.
Indeed. I like the statue pickup, but I'm not sure about the swap. It's a green swap. I maybe was residing to not finish flirt this game. Inspects into swap into contact. That's bold.
I mean, flirtless is cool because then you don't have to
Banana
care
bread.
about the only mission that can gate you on pacing. On the other hand, it does mean that you're not doing the one mission that everyone assumes is done, so...
Yeah, but we're not watching for swap here. We finally notice it. What is Ada's reaction?
And Small
It's
who picked up the statue was a highlight and got lolled while he was holding it, so... That swap is probably less noted as you would expect, and Koopa actually going for a 3 inspect here.
Yeah,
Going
3
for an
statue pickups. We get a highlight for it, but is the swap must have not seen, or we must have not been seen at statues. 5 seconds to go. No shot from Adafheyesh, and Koopa strikes one back on the spy side. Wow, I'm really a fan of both of these last 2 games.
Michael Weston back at it again. Well, Redwoods does show why I hate it that much to play. Because by golly, those people know what they are doing.
Yeah.
And it is already compensating a lot for the modern games that we have seen before.
Yeah, it was, and maybe Adafheyesh wasn't expecting a swap at that particular time, since he could potentially guard it, but not looking at Smallman, who's just got lowlets, not expecting a swap. So I imagine we saw the swap at some time later, but we just couldn't remember that who was there. And Koopa takes full advantage of that, finishes the set with 3 statue inspects, and keeps his lead going to the second round of Redwoods.
Well, Ada keeps on playing catch up, and well, I think that Cowboys might know a thing or two about catching things. So let's see how this one will go, shall we?
Yeah, indeed. Let's see if Tex can lasso the lead away from Koopa. Starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Don't think that exactly made sense, but I'll just I'll roll with it.
Well, there has been no bug so far, so that is a good start for me, because I won't get interrupted again.
I mean, you can't blame me when there's action happening.
You can't blame me when there's nothing going on, mate.
No one's blaming you, Yash. It's all fine. Fish.
Going to the blue bookshelf, which I feel like is a place that has been visited a lot less in modern times. I feel like every time I see an
Get a microfilm. It's not zoomed in, and I imagine not credited. Though
it's also just the first one, which means that we will need to get away with one more in the future.
Yeah, you especially mention it quite often that the second action test is the deadliest.
Which is a fake point of data, as we all know. But Ada standing right next to the investor. Maybe there is some funky business afoot. Someone turns right in between. And he's now guarded. The hand is visible right on screen.
But no highlights or anything.
Koopa?
I think we're moving a bit. Yeah, but we're completely hidden by a tree at the bug. So yeah, it's just...
Our hand was completely visible on that bug.
Just looking from the sniper side, at least looking at the replay there, we were almost all pretty much crowded by that tree, and we immediately take the purloin. Who are we fighting?
I love it. I think I love it. Because that bug is either not seen at all or seen and we are almost dead, in which case there's no reason not to just do stupid stuff and die for it, because we are dead already. And if it's not seen, then we are just rushing. And well, a rush works the first time.
Yeah, but the problem is we still need a contact. And the other 2 other 3 highlights, so at least 2 doing statues, so not looking great from Koopa. We're really desperate to get into this conversation. Should be firing banana by any second now. Here it is.
Green?
Yep, 10-second cooldown is up. Who are we shooting?
Or...
Yep. Oh, we're not shooting the tanks, we're shooting Red Dress. It's not the right shot, and Adafheyesh strikes yet again on the spy side of Redwoods.
The bullet whizzes right on top of the head.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, I did not have a chance to mute that, my bad. Oh boy.
I'm really trying to figure out if this is a flick gone wrong or if this is an actual intended shot. And it could be both. Because, let's be honest, my wrong flick idea is hinging very rapidly on the fact that we are playing the sneakiest laser of all
And
time.
I don't
just
think
not
it's the
assuming it.
wrong flick. We tried to aim up away from Tex's hat into the bundle of hair that Red Dress has, so I don't imagine this is just the wrong shot. I think it was just a shot onto Red Dress and not a miss shot. But unfortunately, it was a miss shot at the end, since that was not the correct shot. And Adafheyesh yet again strikes back. With Koopa, with the final game of this half, playing on Redwood Spy as Alice. Oh yeah, just second time the set already. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Wait, are we actually gonna get the name of the game here? Are we actually gonna get a SpyParty on Redwoods?
Better than SpyParty, that's for sure.
I mean, it's Redwoods, probably the only venue where snipers can't necessarily be too slighted for getting away with catching things.
Balcony could be a place if we get that far.
We will get that far, we have to play all the games, remember?
True. The score might be in such a place where it will not matter. But in any case, 34% on the flirt. We quickly leave and rejoin to get that cooldown back down as we go for a second flirt for 57%.
It's not too much out of 2 flirts. Going for a bug and then yet again.
Oh, we failed a bug again. That was just immediately seen. Unfortunately for Koopa, that's all the information Adafheyesh needs. And after the doubles, we are tied 4-4. Let's take a quick look yet again with that bug.
Empire strikes back. Or, well, not the Empire. I don't know where I'm going with this metaphor. But Ada is definitely clapping back in style, going from a 3-1 to Sniper to a 3-1 to Spy in the second venue of the set.
With that, we have our halftime. And looking at the rest of the venues available, we're going to be starting off onto High Rise, which has been banned or restricted a lot, but it hasn't actually been played much. So that's interesting to see. Well, we're going to be finishing after that with Library, Balcony, and Courtyard.
Love me some Balcony.
Yeah, we have 2 smaller venues with 2 and 3 missions, and 2 the larger, more sniper side venues. And will be interesting to see who that favors coming to the second half. After the Spies got rid of their cold feet and they were putting pedal to the metal. And we'll see if that's going to be the case. I think we're ready to move on to the second half, as Adafheyesh is going to be playing High Rise 3 of 6 with Swap and Bug turned off? Wow, that's something I've never really seen. But let's see how that goes. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Actually, a pretty interesting set of venues picked by both players. So Koopa is aiming more towards the side of the frame, where you have seen it was the only Spy victory on Modern, but also both High Rise and Balcony are particularly frameable venues, where you can get a lot of seed shots if you catch good moments from the party and also know how to capitalize on them, which I believe Koopa should be able to do. While on Ada's side, it's a little bit more about the execution. Library is a lot about those sniper rotations, and Kotyat is about as cookie cutter as a venue could really get in terms of railroading on the spy, so I actually quite like that Ada is leaning into the frame playstyle here with the setup. No bug, no swap, so don't have to worry about either of those, but crucially leaving both Fingerprint and Purloin on to be picked and chosen by some of the AIs roaming around.
Also, the bug is also surprising, definitely, but transfer on is something that is also rare to see on 3 to 6 high rise whilst they have a 68% flirt with 2 bits left. I think only a couple people really even take this as an option. I've never seen Ada do it. As we go for a white banana bread, it is a pretty good contact.
Banana bread.
Unfortunately, there's gonna be
Our seduction target bails on it.
but they're only 1 of 4 now. All that about good contact, that just leaves 1 out of 4. But with that highlight onto Irish there, if she does anything in particular, anything suspicious in Koopa's eyes, that could just be an immediate Civ shot.
Pretty like a transfer. I believe the rules are that you have to pick either transfer or swap, right? And while swap is great, it's pretty unwieldy. The white is pretty bad, the green is pretty bad, and it's really only a panic button, which Perlon already exists, you don't need a second one most of the time. While transfer is a mission that no one thinks will get completed, and therefore no one really will guard. So it's a nice little mind game option to see that, oh, I'm doing that thing that no one else does. Or am I not doing that thing and you've just wasted time looking at an AI? No, it's a nice little attention deterrent. I feel like it might even be a better one than the swap.
30 seconds left. I imagine we're gonna have to go for this Purloin here, though. Irish is picking up a print. She might get shot if she has a second one. We are definitely looking at her, and indeed, that is the shot. Unfortunately, not the correct one. And Ada pulls ahead in the set 5-4.
Good all high rise. You get a good banana bread. You finish the
I want to
seduction
see where
and
she
you wait
got.
for someone else to get shot.
I
Was there a second one?
we're gonna take a look at where Irish was. Okay, so there's no print at the bookcase. Did she had a drink print?
A good start is what were we highlight for as Irish? Because it seems like we are highlight for partial inspects,
we had
which-
Irish had a difficult print after Tex. So she had a difficult print at around 2 minutes 30, and at the end of the game, she picks up a fresh briefcase. And I assume she had flirted on with someone in the party. So pretty understandable shot from Koopa, all things considered, but just unfortunately not the correct one.
And also rushes to pick up that briefcase over Pearls, who is also there, who is actually leaning for it, but we are just quicker there.
I mean, speaking of quicker, Koopa decided not to pick a quicker character, picking Orange Sorry on the spy side of High Rise in 3, 2, 1, playing it. I'm enabling bug, but turning off fingerprints and turning off swap yet again.
More transfer gaming. That's fun. I mean, you don't have to pick a pick a quick character if the venue does not necessarily facilitate much movement. You can't just sit in a conversation and win the game off of that. And Sari does offer a few advantages on her own. In particular, I believe her standing bug is a pretty nasty one.
Not only that, oh, we go for a purloin. It is a green one, an early green purloin. Let's see how this chain is going to be bounced about. The DA rejects it. It's going to be offered to Wheels here. Isn't she going to take? Indeed he is. Let's see how the fate is visible. We're trying to block it. Ada's not willing to shoot for this, but I think, yeah, we have the chain down. It's between us and Wheels, and 2 minutes 30 left.
And now we just need a banana bread for Wheels. But he decides to not do that and instead try to get a drink bag. Unfortunately for Wheels, that's not quite an option, considering that he is not supposed to be a spy.
That would be a disheartening moment when a civilian actually attempts to do a bug. No, that would be a scary future, and I don't want to be a part of it.
Gets away with a drink bag, it's that. Move over, Dempsey, the eyes have come to take her. Sniper wins away from us. So 34% on the first flirt, no banana bread just yet. I believe the banana bread will be something that will result in a shot. Meanwhile, Will's picking up a briefcase.
We're just waiting for Wheels to go to Wheels to the conversation, through around them later, but he's just not cooperating.
And if Wills is gonna be moving around the venue the entire time and not talking to everyone, then surely we are the more suspicious one, because we actually had time to flirt, while Wills has been doing whatever the hell he's doing right now.
Wheels finally lands in the conversation. Unfortunately, the DA isn't
and starts talking immediately after.
Yeah, but nowhere close to anyone else.
Banana
Finally,
bread.
the fake baby comes out, though. I imagine we're still the bigger suspect. Yeah, as predicted, we are way bigger of a suspect since we had time to flirt whilst Will did not, and Ada continues his win streak of 4 in a row, takes the lead of the set 6-4.
I mean, behaviorally, that is a pretty fun banana bread, because Wills just joins and starts talking immediately. And we green test banana bread while he's talking, so it seems that he just joined and tried to banana bread immediately. However, yes, indeed, Koopa does not quite have enough on Wheels to have him shot, and we see a little bit of a shake from Ada not being certain, I believe, but in the end, a shot is taken, and the shot is taken correctly. High-rise will be Ada's domain.
And that was Koopa's pick. We're moving on to Library. 5 out of 8, and again, harder for the spies to finish, but indeed, as you would say, we have pressed the small man button in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Oh, there is mounds of cheese available to mine on this venue, as one particular wobble might attest.
I didn't know that cheese could be mined.
Oh, you can do a lot of things with cheese.
I don't
Okay,
have...
that's getting a little bit too awkward. We are moving around. There's not much happening in the venue, and not much happening with us ending up close to a selection target, and actually close enough for us to be content with flirting. 34% in the white test, not too bad.
And of course, we're almost perfectly hidden behind the pillar where, even with the lean, it's super hard for us to see. I imagine once Toby moves away, we could potentially go and sneak a yellow bookshelf, and we're eyeing that pretty ostensibly. So I imagine that's what we're going to try to do.
Playing with those slightly slower rotations. He's not whizzing around every second. Meanwhile, we innocently reject. Could have been an interesting attempt at a power line, but Koopa is zooming around that, no doubt checking that chain now. Because we are in fact Smallman, we are the destroyer of everything.
We just get that floor down 60% before the seduction target leaves. It would be a bit painful with that happen, but we're stepping the conversation with DA. Conversations are relatively filled. I imagine we're gonna fight this one off. No, we're going to add time. We're going to have a white time and we immediately try to run away.
Classic library tricks. That particular place is kind of hidden by the pillar as well, allowing us to be not noticed, which is pretty important when you're trying to time it. The book is being taken out, but not looking like we are doing anything with it.
Oh, we go for. Oh, that was a crazy good bug. Oh, that was a very opportunistic bug. Let's. Wanna take a
Ada,
look?
please stop doing that. Come on, Koopa is #1 seed. He's supposed to like be winning or something. It's not gonna be doing that if you're gonna be bugging like that. Oh boy, not only is the laser completely not on us, but also two whole people moving in front of us to cover for that.
We also have a green purloin in the meantime. Adafheyesh not looking to play this slowly.
Of course, there is the pearl, and the chain is actually going on as well, as we are bailing as far as possible from that. Going to the statue set.
General's gonna finally be taking this.
Center inspects, the list is gone, and General is bailing immediately afterwards. There's a highlight, and the fuel bullets are fired off. We are being highlighted, so Koopa knows about the pearl. Trolley knows about the inspect.
Does he know about the bug? That's the thing.
I mean, probably not, but does he have the humility to think that a bug has happened?
That
And
is
the other question is, what is our fifth?
It's got to be contact, I imagine. We have to wait until everyone. Wheels steps in the conversation. He's one of the people in the chain.
Banana bread.
It is a banana bread.
And Wills is talking.
Yeah, Wills is talking.
And
Is
Wills
down
is
1 or
talking.
2. And Adafheyesh is not looking to shoot. Sorry, Cooper's not looking to shoot. And Adafheyesh with yet another win. That's 5 in a row on the spy side of library, no less.
Koopa is definitely feeling the pressure here on the sniper. Hasn't won a game in a while.
Yeah, I imagine we pretty much were on top of everything apart from this bug. And not knowing that bug and not be able to not directly knock out the suspects. This bug is really, really nice. It's not on our screen once it happened. It's happened at this particular moment, and we are currently away from it. If you rotate it to it here,
I mean, it's also a nice bug if it is on screen. Let's be honest.
I mean, if you were could you definitely see the lane here if you were looking at it, but with our camera being on this part of the other side of the conversation, it's just not visible and cannot really be credited since we were seen going to the bookshelves, and it's hard to credit a bug there. But in any case, Adafheyesh continues his winning ways, going up 7-4, and already looking to secure a tie in the set from the sniper side. Koopa on the spy, playing as general, needs to take control. Otherwise, if he loses the set, he's almost certainly for sure not making into the semifinals. Starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Wondered when's the point of the set exactly. Oh, cute. Once the point of the set comes where you stop worrying about how far away you are from the other person and when you start worrying about the other person actually winning the whole game outright. It has happened here, with Ada being 1 game away from a draw and 2 games away from a win. I'm pretty sure that the draw is already bad for Koopa, but loss would just about be a death sentence.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, we go for a bug again, and this time it takes, and I'm not sure that was seen. So if you don't
mean,
succeed,
Ada
try it again.
is dashing around at the times that we are actually taking the bug, right? It's harder to view things when you are the one moving. When the field of vision is moving, it's a little bit harder to focus. So
A 51% flirt in the bookshelves as well. So picking up some steady progress. Looking to repeat what Adafheyesh did to him. And if he does a similar game where we get a pearl at inspects and Ada does not have this bug on us, it could be this pretty much the same win for Koopa.
I don't think it's enough for Ada to not shoot us. I feel like we might be suspected for a bug. But so far...
Yeah, that bounce looked off. And we're highlighted for it. Oh, that's tragic for Koopa.
And now Koopa has done the bug. In the eyes of Ada, at least. Which is putting a pretty big damper on his winning chances.
Go request a drink immediately. It is a pearl, it is a green test. Reject wasn't really on screen, but we were seen walking away from it.
And
Banana
we're
bread.
bouncing into a person yet again, an insta banana bread on entry.
And the
Koopa
seduction
is-
target comes to us. Chain is going off as well. We
We
might
running the hell of this game, but it's only 4.
yeah. We need to find a fifth. I imagine center statues. Pearl line does come off. We are definitely being washed. I think we'll go center statues, might be deaf. No, we'll go with side statues for a swap.
Center statues are blocked.
Yep.
Let's see,
Smith-
are the cycles good to us?
Yeah, we do see
They're not.
opposite. They're not. Adafheyesh sauces out the shot and already secures at least a tie. 6 in a row to go to 8-4 up. Oh,
Do you think Ada shoots if he doesn't see the statue here? Is the real question.
And with that bug suspicion and being in the pearl line, I imagine so. But unfortunately, if we didn't get that highlight there, when we did that quite a bumpy path here by the ambassador, it just looks like we're doing a bug as general. And yeah, I don't. If we just if we didn't get a highlight for this, I imagine that we don't look for that swap. We don't have that much suspicion onto us. So I think we'll get away with this. But unfortunately, Ada sees the swap, gives it enough. He sees the swap, sees enough of. He sees enough to shoot for, and yeah, that's already at least a tie for Adafheyesh, and we're
And
into
let's
balcony.
be honest, what venue do you want more when you have to win every single games than balcony?
I could think quite definitely more of that, but in any case, let's see if Koopa can manage to bring it back to a tie. Adafheyesh needs only one to win, and knock out Koopa from proceeding to the semifinals. It's not 100% guarantee for him yet, but even if he wins, he still needs all the points he gets for the tiebreaker score. So even if Adafheyesh wins, he still wants to win every single game. So Weedle's definitely going to be playing on. But let's start first on balcony. Red dress spy in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. Your sniper hasn't been great and you need a sniper win. What venue do you pick?
Just it would be wrong to say you just play the sniper better, but I think you have to you have to change up your sniper somewhat. It's always hard to do in the middle of the set and once you're not used to it, but you have to try to be looking at some certain different things. Unfortunately, we are on balcony, so we are not really looking for much other
Banana
apart from
bread.
flare and contact. As contact comes off, two low lights coming off.
So what you're saying is that we are forced to look at different things.
Don't put forward.
Therefore, telling us to re-examine our sniper playstyle.
Don't put words in my mouth. I never said that. But in any case, we do have a 51% flirt. It's not a green, but it's a 2 flirt at least. And 50 seconds left. Unfortunately, the seduction target is just surrounded from both sides. We can't really get a... He does. Oh, it's good. Maybe opportunity. No, there's not really opportunity for a bug, sadly. Are we gonna move in close to our conversation? It is.
Loves his briefcase.
But really needs a green here.
Now we just wait. Let's see if he gets there. I mean, we don't care about when we attempt this, right? Because eyes away is the time is run out and we will not get an extra flirt. So we just need to take it at some point before 10 seconds. But it's already 10 seconds.
Safety off onto us.
Koopa shifts on us but doesn't shoot. Does not shoot, so we will survive for now. However,
Yeah.
time is out.
Yeah, time is out. Unfortunately, it's always hard to say if we hit a green there once we land immediately to a seduction target. If we would have been shot, but yeah, once we come here and we don't fire off this flirt, we only have a couple of seconds before the seduction target leaves us. Yeah, seduction target leaves at 26 seconds, so we didn't have a lot of time for that flirt. And you really don't want to do it immediately. But in any case, Koopa survives one game. He needs 3 more in a row. Playing his boots on spy side of balcony. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. You need a spy win. What venue are you picking?
If I need a spy win on balcony, I just pray that my green tests are better. That's about it.
That's not the question I asked. If you want a spy win, what venue are you gonna pick?
Oh, what venue? If I want a best chance of this, I wouldn't pick balcony. It would, in my personal opinion, I would pick like the 3x venue where a possibility of frame is also possible. Like, I'm gonna keep saying pub, but other than that, balcony is a alright place to do it.
So you have a higher chance of winning on spy and pub compared to 50-50.
That's just my personal opinion. It's not an objective fact. In any case,
Banana bread.
fake banana bread, unfortunately, but we do hit a...
Buttergreen, and it is balcony.
Yeah. We hit a second wide for 53%, but with 43 seconds left, just... we could time this one out, but this would be overtime if we did this.
It would also be very painful.
Oh, what is... Was the one animation break? That was just a shot.
Ada out balcony Koopa.
Oh, I want to take a look at that. I think that was just an animation break I didn't even see.
To secure the set for himself.
Oh yeah, that was an animation break. Sib break. Oh, that is tragic. And that's a tragic way to lose a set. Yeah, we just do an animation break here. Sub break, and yeah, Ada's all over that etiquette break and already secured the set.
Arguably, the set was lost in one of the many sniper losses along the way. However, that is definitely a pretty annoying game to lock that in for Koopa. And essentially just about lock him out of the tournament.
Yeah.
So, Caveat does not quite matter for Koopa. However, for Ada, a few extra points are always nice. When you're
for Ada, it's definitely the case. If Minirak doesn't win against Lev, every single point differentiate will count, and it could be the case that he could be going into first place in that regard. Or if, say, Lev wins both against Minyorek and Koopa, he could even be out if his points to the differential was not enough. So he still needs... I wouldn't say... He definitely wants these both games. He doesn't necessarily need them, but he definitely wants them. As we're moving on to the final venue, Adafheyesh on Spy playing a Steel in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Steel, of course, known as a character of many names. He's just gonna move around the venue, trying to see if there is a spot in the conversation right next to our seduction target. There isn't one, but a spot across them is open, and that's just about as good.
Indeed, as Rachel gets a first flare for 39%.
So 39 is not the nicest number, but it's good enough. Hot yet, pretty railroaded. You always, just about always do banana bread, flirt, inspect, and then white purloin at 10 seconds left, because yes, that's what you're usually gonna be doing. However, Ada opted to do something a little bit different, going for a timeout. We have been shot for a timeout before in the set, however, this is a pretty early one.
Yeah, and I don't think this was noticed. Okay, it's noticed
Banana bread.
now, since we just heard the beeps, but we don't know who it was, and we decided to let it go, as we have a contact with 2 hollow lights coming up, but that's about it. And the highlight onto us. Oh, I think that's because we were a few conversations with Reels, that's the thing. That's the highlight for Reels, as we do have a fingerprint on an immediate bug. Oh boy.
Getting away with an extra mission, and Koopa just keeps on missing on those.
Yeah, the rotation was just not on point. We were behind the play. Yeah, the bug was just missed completely. Ada all of the sudden just finds himself in a very nice position. 90% flirt, fingerprint in pocket, still statues to do, as we could do just a fingerprintable statue here. Though I imagine you specifically don't go to the fingerprintable statue, finish flirt and go statues.
If you go to a fingerprintable statue, Koopa will shoot you and be correct, because you have just done a briefcase.
True. Now, it's a situation where a spy is actively avoiding a fingerprint whilst having one fingerprint. It's a pretty interesting conundrum we're finding ourselves in.
Alternatively, you can just go get a fingerprint and not inspect, which would also be pretty funny, but at that point, why are you going to statues? So, inspect class could be a pretty fun little finish there, and I'm not necessarily certain if people will shoot for it.
Yeah, inspect last finish are so strong, especially on core chart, especially since you're almost pre-programmed to think that the spy will go at statues at some point during the match. But Adafheyesh goes to this thing on the briefcase, which is right by our feet. We are going to be grabbing it before Rocker, and Mission that was going to be up and running. Koopa is not looking to shoot. He's looking for a potential bug that doesn't exist, since we already got it, and Adafheyesh, the nice bug on the spy side, picks up another win. This time on the spy side of Courtyards.
And managed to go without losing a single.
Yeah, indeed. Just, I think that, that bug was not necessarily, I want to say, good technically. Like, it wasn't a super discrete bug. It was discrete in a sense. If you're rotating towards it, you can definitely see it. If you're, let's say, guarding it from this angle.
Wrestler.
Yes.
Was that bug, did the bug take?
Yes.
Was the bug noticed?
No.
It's a good bug.
I want to scream, he can't keep getting away with this, but...
but Koopa allows him to.
Koopa allowed him to, and, well, I would say good recognition for Adafheyesh, but Unfortunate rotation from Koopa seals his loss, and this is the final game of this whole set. Koopa on the spy side playing as general. Maybe a final salute in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Going for a bug immediately. And getting shot immediately as well.
That was quick.
I mean, he does have nothing to lose or win. So,
Yeah, might as well send it, right? Oops.
and it's not even the first game this set when he's speaking general and going for a Hail Mary bug first thing in the morning. So, you know, I still probably lose to that.
Yeah, but with that, we have the final score of 11-5. Adafheyesh, whilst coming from the challenger stage, showing that he belongs in the round robin, and with 2 wins and 1 tie, not 100% securing the win yet, or rather the win that the playoff berth, but almost certainly. And whilst Koopa, unfortunately, 0-2, basically there's no way to get him out of groups at this point, and is going to be looking for a third place at most.
Alas, but that's how it goes. You want to keep on playing, you want to go to the playoffs, you have to win those games. Either way, few matches are coming soon. Presented by maybe someone not wrestler, maybe someone who is wrestler, maybe even me. I don't know. I just work here and talk about things that I don't know. So, either way, this game is called Spy Party. You can get it on spyparty.com.
I got kicked out of Discord. Could you start again?
Professional casting. How I missed you. This game is called Spy Party. You can get it on spyparty.com. And please join the Discord at discord.gg/spyparty to take part in many of the tournaments that have been used to get players in SMC. And well, to play SMC as well, probably. I don't know. Either way, I have been Yosh. This has been Wrestler with me, and join a Wrestler next time at some point. Meanwhile, have fun. You have earned it.
Very well.